In today's video, I'm going to show you how to match triads to the 5 major pentatonic shapes. We're going to go through the pentatonic shapes in G, and then we're going to match triads to them. And we're going to get a little bit more into the minutiae here as well. We're going to play on different string sets too. 4 string sets only, meaning the top 3 strings, the starting from the 2nd string, 3rd and 4th here, the 4th, the 3rd, 4th, and 5th here, and then in the bottom set, the 4th, 5th, right here. So you have these ones, and you have these, you have these, and these. Good. Like that. We're going to do that wherever the 5 pentatonic positions are. All right, so within that first shape right there, this one right here, let's just take the top string set right here. Top right here, it's like, there's a triad right there. See that? You got the 3rd, the root, and the 5th. I mean, you got the 3rd, the 5th, and the root. Within this pentatonic shape 1, major pentatonic shape 1, let's just focus on 3 strings, the top 3 strings. Right there, check it out. Now that's really limits you, which is a good thing, because I think it just allows you to try to express yourself a little bit more within the confines of a certain area. Rather than having the whole neck, you're just like, well, what can I play inside here? And you know what? We're allowed to like bend up to the 3rd triad. Because here's the triad now. But here's the pentatonic scale. And I'm thinking about what notes of the triad I want to rest on. Which you have the 3rd, you have the 5th, and you have the root. All within this string set. And I'm bending up to this 3rd. Look, I'm not even going down to the open G because that's not in this pentatonic position. It's there on this 4th string, but I'm not even playing that. So I'm relying on just this root to have a G. I only have 1 G. Here, I have 1 5th degree, I have 1 3rd, and I also have the pentatonic scale, which has the 2nd, 3rd, 5th, 6th, and the root. And if you're enjoying this video so far, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell, notifications, all that groovy stuff. Pentatonic scale is just the major scale. Without the 4th degree and the 7th degree. 1, 2, 3, leave out the 4th, hit the 5th, the 6th, leave out the 7th. So it's a major scale. But leaving out the 4th and the 7th, so it sounds like this. Pretty cool. That's really cool, limiting ourselves here. And it's cool because you have the triad, so you have the 3rd, the 5th, and the root. But then you have those other 2 notes, because really, you have the major scale, which is 7 notes. You have the triad, which is 3. Then you have the pentatonic, which is 5. So we're coming at it from 2 different angles, like a sandwich here. Triad is a piece of bread, major scale is the other piece of bread, and the pentatonic scale is like the meat or the zucchini in the middle, right? Or the squash, whatever, if you're a vegetarian or whatever. So we could add to these 3 important notes here, which are going to be the 2nd degree and the 6th degree. So you have, whenever you have that root here, like this, I have the 6th right here. I have the 2nd right there. And I want to know where these triads are so I can rest on a chord here. That's my chord I'm working with. And they're not going to be in all of the positions here of the string sets of the pentatonic scale. It just doesn't work out that way. We're kind of making this up as we go along with some of these things. We're just going to find out whatever position is best, but you'll see. Whatever makes sense logically here when you're playing. So we got that. Okay. So then, after that, we go down to another string set right here. To the second, third, and fourth. And there's your triad for G major. Still in the same picture right here. There it is. It's part of this chord. This E-shaped chord. G major bar chord, E shape. That's what that is. Look, and you're barring the third fret. It actually works out. So here's the triad. Right there, right? And now, within the pentatonic scale, within this framework right here, you have it right here. The root, second, third, fifth, sixth. So it's a really nice position here. Everything's there. And look, you even have the sixth down here. And I still have the triad chord to rest on. Right? Pretty cool, right there. And then you have the next string set down. It's right there. It's the fourth string, fifth string, and sixth string. You can even see it. Third. If you bar it just like this, it's these strings. Triad. Because you have the fifth, the root, and the third. Where's the pentatonic scale within that? Major pentatonic. Well, play it like this. Because we're just playing the one shape right here. But we're trying to figure out within the string set, we're breaking it down into four chunks here, along with the triad. So I think it's important to know what's going on in every string set and where the triad is within that string set. Otherwise, it's just a bunch of notes like this. There's chord in here. And then the last one you have, we're going down here to this triad. Fifth, octave, fifth, third. Because there's no triad right here. Unless you go down to this G shape here, like this. So we're just kind of cheating up, going to this next string set, which is kind of like the D shape. But it's okay. I like to go up instead of going down. Because you have, there's no triad in here. You just have this, a root, fifth, you have a power chord. So I'm going up to there. So within that, though, I'm still playing the pentatonic scale. I mean like this. They could slide up to that triad. Pretty cool, huh? Triad. All right, so what is the purpose of all this stuff, this thing that we're doing here? I think it's pretty good practice here. Eventually, you could take it onto the different chords, 1 chord, a 2, a 4 chord, to a 5 chord, and then do this for every chord that you change to, and it really open up your mind here. Now I have a loop here, just strumming a G chord. Let's see. Let's try it. And if you want a copy of these graphs, I'll send these to you. Email me, info@JerryCherry, Pentatonic Shape 2 of the Major Pentatonic. It's a good angle that we're coming at this from, the Major Pentatonic Shape 2. Not sure how familiar you are with this one, if you play this a lot. It's the same notes as the first one. Right? It's just bringing it up the fretboard. The whole purpose of this is to be able to play up and down the fretboard, vertically, horizontally, every way possible up here. So now we're in G as well right here. Now we'll do the same thing here. Here's the first string set. Where's the triad right there? Well, here's the triad, the 5th, the root, and the 3rd. And I also have the rest of the pentatonic scale. And there's the 3rd, the 5th, 6th, root, 2nd, 3rd. And then down here, you have this next string set, this position. I mean, you don't do that very often. I don't, but you should. Why not? Now here's your root, the 3rd, octave, root, 3rd, 5th. But I can't play a triad there, so I'm going to cheat. I'm going to go up to here. Here's the triad. G triad right there on the 2nd string set. 2nd string set. Say that 3 times real fast. The B, the G, and the D string. There's a good lick right there too, right? Pretty cool. It's almost bluegrassy. It's very bluegrassy sounding. And the triads within it. So we go down another string set. So now you have the 5th here, the 3rd, 2nd, root, 6th, 5th, 6th. The root, 6th, 5th, 3rd, 2nd. And here's your triad right here too. Your G chord. Now let's try to play over a G chord a little bit over this with this string set right here. The next pentatonic position, shape 3, is up here, right? Starting here, so it's like, what's it, 10th fret right here on your pinky? And here it is, the 4th fret, here's the G. So you have this pentatonic position right here. You also have this shape or this chord. Then you have triads within this. Of this G. Look, you have this D already. We already played that D. Right? But you have this position. We didn't play the pentatonic scale that way. Because you just rest on that triad right there. Why not? Pentatonic scale. So if we just had this area to play with, wouldn't be much, right? But then we went down a string set. You have that. 2, 3, 5, 6, 1. Pretty cool area right here just to play. You know, how many times you do that lick? It's kind of like this one, but in a different area. Now where's the triad here? Right there. Your lick's right in the triad. You have the root, the second, 6. Oops, not that one. You really notice a bad note in there, don't you? 3rd, 6, 5, 2. Then you have this shape. Here's your triad right there. Playing a pentatonic just in this position. Triad. Pentatonic, shape 3. Here's the 5th, low 5th. The 3rd, 5th, 2nd. Nope, 5th, 3rd, 5th, 6th, root. But I'm not playing that no, I'm sorry. I digress, really. Or I progress. This is the area. 3 strings. 4th, 5th, and 6th. I mean 3rd, 4th, and 5th. And then the last one is right here. And where's the triad for this? Well, it will be down here. You have the 3rd, 3rd, root, 5th. Come up with your own little licks. Now, over a little loop here. Next string set down. Triad. Next one. Now we have this shape, this next shape, which is really cool, starting on the 10th fret right here. It's really very symmetrical, this one. And here's it's like an A shape. Here's pentatonic scale. And here it is right in there in the middle. Starting on the top, you have this G. going down to the next string set. Next string set. Next string set. And then the triad on the top set is right here. So when you're doing your licks, there's your triad. Then going down to here, here's the triad right here, just borrowing that. Then going down another one, right there. Where's the triad there? Gotta move it up. Play the rest of the scale going this way though, in the normal position. Right there, see that? And then down to the last one. Oops. The root, 6/5. You have this right here, the fifth, and there's triad. So you have that G, the third, and the fifth down here. Fifth, right here. Fifth, sixth. So you'll see different licks that you could do all over the place when you have pentatonic. Because you have the root, below it's the fifth, and you have this lick all day. That's the 5/6 root, 5/6 root, 5/6 root. Same thing here to root, second, third. You have that everywhere. You know? Like that. Okay. So do little licks right here. Yeah. Next one down here. So we got one more left to do, and it's a position that you all probably know and love right here. It's the most common position of the pentatonic scale right there. They call it shape 5 in here, right? Top 3 strings. Where's the triad there? Well, we don't have one. We played this one already on the A shape one, but we'll just move up to why not? But we're gonna play the scale here. Now the next string set down. Look, we have a triad here. We already borrowed that one, but what would be the next one? We can go up to here again if we want to, or we have both of them. Doesn't really matter. All within this shape. You know? Then we have the next one going down. Where's the triad in there? Right here? Right there. Triad. Third, second, third, fifth, sixth, root. Triad, and then the last one right here, G. Alright, got that one. the scale through. Check this out. I've been touring, playing in a tribute ABBA show. Like to call it a show, direct from Sweden. The singers are from Sweden, the management from Sweden. It's called SOS, direct from Sweden, music of ABBA. We play all over the place. And lately I've been doing some of my original music. You know, after sound check and we're all like finished with that, I'll hang out on the stage and use one of the beautiful acoustic guitars to play some of my songs. And I'm going to do that every show from now on because I love writing songs and I love doing my own music and like to squeeze it in there, you know. So if you want to see some of that, follow me on some of my socials. They're in the description there. I post it on Facebook and LinkedIn. You'll see it there in the description. And I do it all the shows. I do a little rundown of the stage and of my gear that I'm traveling with, and it's of the whole stage and all the cool stuff, that the backline that we use there. And pretty cool. But any questions about this stuff, let me know. I go live every Sunday, 12 o'clock Eastern Time. I do have a guitar course, Essential Skills Collection for Guitar, and I focus on 4 topics. Fretboard memorization, where it's a way to easily memorize the fretboard. The circle of fifths, which is taking like this G chord that we did and going in fifths. You know, G, G, A, B, C, D, and just going around in fifths, and then it's the same thing in fifths, and it's really, really interesting how you could come up with chord progressions, and all of music theory really is within that circle. Then I go over blues soloing, where we have backing tracks and PDFs. We focus mostly on, I like to focus on vibrato, bending strings, really making it sound good. That's the most important thing. And then I do some cage system where we come up with chord progressions with using the cage system, like 2-5-1 progressions. And then, you know, see D like this, a D chord like this, D minor, G, C, like that. And you can do it like this, you can do it like this. Do it like that, you can do it like this. Lots of different chord shapes, but playing progressions. That's the important thing. Putting the stuff to work is the beauty of it. So check that out in my description, Essential Skills Collection. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I have a question, first of all. How do you connect triads to the major pentatonic scale? I just showed you how I do it. Hopefully you can do it this way too. But if there's another way that you've been doing it, let me know. And is this going to change the way you play the pentatonic scale and your triads right there? Remember, be cool, be kind, and be cherry. That's a cherry, in case you didn't know. And if you want to see another video by connecting the 5 major pentatonic scales to the cage system, kind of like what we did today, I'll put that right up there. Love yous. Have a great rest of the weekend and week ahead, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace, y'all. Thanks.